Hi, my name's Olivia, and this is Canon Explains. A lot of people ask me, what is good lighting? Let me show you how to get a better understanding of lighting through experimentation and practice. So I'll be showing you some lighting setups by using a couple of Canon speedlights. Primarily, we'll be using one speedlight, but I'll show you another setup with two speedlights. So I'll be running through the gear that I'll be using today. What we've got here is the EOS 5D Mark III with the 50mm 1.2L lens. It's a great lens. So for this one, this is the speedlight transmitter. It's also known as the STE3. We'll be using most of that. And going through to all the speedlights. Okay, now what we got here is the 600EX RT. And finally, this is the latest from Canon, which is the 430EX Mark III RT. Alright, let's start shooting. Okay, so what I got here is the food still life that I prepared earlier. And I've got two speedlights here with their softboxes. This is just to illustrate using two different speedlights to make a really bright image. Okay, so let's take a shot right now. Okay. This is the first lighting setup that I did. As you can see, the two speedlights illuminates from the left and right side of the still life. You can see this is pretty well lit against a dark background. This will be the brightest lighting setup for those of you who want this type of effect. For the second lighting setup, I'm actually using this 430EX Mark III RT to control the 600EX RT. And I've got here a white reflector just to kind of bounce out the light. Okay, let's check it out. This is a more common setup for a still life. Usually the light coming from one direction and a reflector to bounce a bit of light on the opposite side of the still life. So for the third lighting setup, I've kept everything the same, except I removed the reflector over here, and I've lowered the speedlight angle a little bit. So let's see what kind of effect it will have. This is the third lighting setup where I used the same Canon speedlight, but I lowered the angle and I removed the reflector. This is the kind of setup that I like just because I love the shadow quality. Okay, so for our final lighting setup, I'm actually not going to be using any speedlights. It's just to show the difference about using control lighting with a speedlight and one with using the existing conditions. Alright, let's take a look. In this shot, we didn't use any control lighting like the speedlights we were using. As you can see, the lighting is really dark and flat, like normal conditions indoors. So that's all for now. If you have any questions or comments, or what you would like to see in other tutorials, please leave your mark below. Again, I'm Olivia, and this is Canon Explains.
Canon, delighting you always.